and buy things, and then that's generally how it ran for some period of time. But now they've been trying to figure out for the last 20 or 30 years, how can we make money but not pay people? Or pay them less? Or not pay for their health insurance? Or whatever. How can we have that woman over there on the assembly line working the jobs of 2 or 3 people instead of just one person? That's the game that they figured out ever since Reagan, thank you California, was elected president. I'm sorry. I mean, you know, it's such a wonderful state, and then it gave us Nixon and Reagan too. So go figure.
We're sorry.
Okay, someone has apologized on your behalf. We the rest of America accept the apology.
Now you got Jerry Brown too.
Has Jerry Brown come out yet?
No.
Wow.
The mayor hasn't come out yet.
The mayor of San Francisco been here?
No.
It's good. Keep
Yeah.
her in her office.
Robert Reich.
Who's come here?
Robert Reich.
Naomi's been here?
Robert Wright.
But, you know, well, listen, this is the beauty of this movement. It really doesn't need the Jerry Browns or the Naomi Kleins or really the Michael Moores. In fact, I've spent the last 20 years making movies about corporate America and Wall Street. I've occupied it before it was occupied. I was arrested there. I was arrested there with Rage Against the Machine about 10 years ago. And I'll tell you, this is a hell of a lot better than just me and 4 guys in a rock band trying to get arrested when it's happening all over the country. It's so huge, and the police forces don't know what to do about it because the people outnumber their force, their violent force. Can't stop. I was over in Oakland yesterday. The police have backed down. The police are nowhere to be found. The people won. The people stood up. You see, what they were hoping for after Wednesday night was that no one would come back Thursday night. That's what they were counting on. But everybody came back, plus some. And they came back in larger numbers on Friday. And they're back there again today. This isn't going away. This isn't going away. Well, that's a lot of the media also, they want to know what's next. What are we going to do? What candidates are we going to get behind?
Revolution!
Yeah. Let me explain the derisive laughter that you just heard. We have all spent a large portion of our lives getting behind candidates, getting behind bills in Congress, voting. And I'm not saying that we're not gonna stop voting, but we are no longer going to depend on the old model of getting something done. That hasn't worked. And I mean, if we can actually elect Barack Obama to the presidency, something like that would never happen in my lifetime. Even with that, today 13 American soldiers killed in Afghanistan. All right? The war is still going on. What is that war? Why is that still going on? That is not why he was elected to the White House. He's made Bush's war Obama's war. We all understood he inherited a huge mess given to him by Bush. The economy, the wars. But he was elected to do something about it. And to use the excuse that, well, the Republicans are going to filibuster. They're going to filibuster. He never made them filibuster. You know, they just went, they've already sent us a note saying they're going to filibuster. Okay, well, we better not do anything now. You know, I mean, that is not the mandate he was given. He was elected by a 10 million vote margin. That's 3 times what Bush beat Kerry with, even if you don't count Ohio. this movement is not about getting behind a candidate or a bill right now. Right now, our main job, remember, this is only 6 weeks old today. All right? In 6 weeks, just 6 weeks old, this movement already has, according to the National Journal, the support of 59% of the American people. If you're my age or older, you remember other movements, the feminist movement, the civil rights movement, the anti-Vietnam War movement,
The hippie movement.
and anything else that emanated from San Francisco. But did we have 59% of support for the American people in the 6th week of the movement? No! This is years it took. Years! You know, just with gay rights, last month was the very first national poll. Very first time the majority of Americans, 54%, said they believe that gay marriage should be the law of the land. The majority of Americans. But how long did that take?
Too long.
Too long.
200.
This movement in 6 weeks, 59% say they agree with the aims and goals of this movement. And yet the media keeps asking the question, what are your aims? What are your goals? I think it's quite clear by the name, Occupy Wall Street. Period. And if you need a definition of that, it means we, the people, want to occupy the economy that is ours. This is democracy. It's as simple as that. We're demanding democracy. This is our democracy movement. And I want to just say something here and give some credit to somebody, because people, they keep asking again, well, who started this? Who's the instigator of this? You know, and I say, first of all, we're all instigators. And there are no leaders because we're all the leaders of this movement. And there's no spokesperson. We're all spokespeople. Anybody here can speak at the General Assembly. Right? So,
Bells of truth.